What is up, doers? It's 4 a.m. and I'm debugging hard, and it's so late or early, whatever, that I actually couldn't be bothered to write a post in how to or daily tips topic in our corporate Zulip. Well, it's not just corporate, it's semi-open. So, if you watch this video and you care, drop me a line, and probably will invite you. So yeah, I'm like too exhausted to write texts that aren't computer codes. So I'm going to talk about the trick I came up with in a video. So basically what we have here is we have a function. This function here from JSON. So it used to take taskdir. So this argument used to be called taskdir. And the reason why is because previously the layout of our of the structures that from JSON is working with was task name / input JSON. And this .input JSON was a fixed thing. So for whatever task, the input was called input.json. Then after some refactoring, we figured out that the correct layout for this is to have some static data, some directory with a lot of basically resources / problems / problem name.json. So while before the path to the JSON file was defined by the path to the task directory, now the path to the task directory is actually defined by the JSON file. So as I said, it used to be that task directory was the argument of from JSON, but now input JSON path is the argument of from JSON. If we have a look at it, the type of task directory is a path buff or a reference to a path buff. And the type of input JSON path is also path buff. We can't really tell a directory from a file on the type level in Rust, which is fine. But the seasoned developers who are refactoring, who are experienced with refactoring code with well-typed or strongly typed languages, would notice immediately that when we change the semantic while preserving the type, so input JSON path would be path buff, right? Our compiler wouldn't be able to tell us if we broke some functions, because if we just change the semantic and we keep the type the same, then the code will still compile. And actually, I was hoping that I remember all those places where it's used, but I was like, it's 4 a.m. I will mess it up, right? It's not going to be correct refactoring. So what I did instead is I just turned this type into a tuple, and I tagged this kind of refactoring in progress with option U32. And then at the call side here, you can see I just called this from JSON with none in place of this option. And what it did for me is that now the compiler will find all the places where the API broke because we forgot to update it. So now my strategy is go through all the compiler errors, fix it, and then remove this option U32, compile again, and make sure that the refactoring is complete like this. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little trick about type-driven development and type-driven refactoring, and see you soon.